You clicked on this video. I already know something about you. You're not lazy. You're not uncommitted. You're not making excuses. You're actually doing the work. And that's exactly what makes this so confusing. Because despite everything you're putting in, there's this quiet voice that keeps asking, why isn't it working yet? My name is Joy Onwuaroh. I'm a speaker, a teacher, and an entrepreneur. And today I want to have an honest conversation with you about something that most people won't say out loud. The experience of doing everything right and still failing behind. Stay with me because at the end of this video, I want you to see yourself differently. You don't have a progress problem, you have a comparison problem. Let me describe someone to you. She's up early. She's working on her goals. She's taking care of her responsibilities, her family, her businesses, her growth. She's not sitting around waiting for things to happen. She's moving, and yet she scrolls through her phone and sees someone who seems to have everything figured out. The business is thriving, the family looks perfect, the opportunities keep coming, and something shifts inside her. A quiet but devastating thought. What am I doing wrong? Here's what I want you to understand that feeling is not a signal that you're failing. It is a signal that you're comparing. And comparison is one of the most destructive habits a woman in the building season can have. Because here is what comparison never shows you. It never shows you their chapter one. It never shows you the years of invisible work, the private tears, the moments they almost quit, the doors that closed before the right one opened. You're seeing their chapter 20, and you're in chapter 3, and you're wondering why your story doesn't look like theirs yet. That is not failure. That is an unfair comparison. The question I want to leave with you from this section is, whose timeline are you actually living by? Because if the answer is anyone other than your own, we need to have a conversation. Invisible progress is still real progress. I want to tell you something about seeds. When a farmer plants a seed in the ground, nothing visible happens for a long time. If you walked past that soil every day, you would see nothing, no sign, no evidence of growth. But underground, something extraordinary is happening. The seed is breaking open. Roots are forming, pushing down, anchoring, spreading. The entire foundation is what will one day be a tree. It's being built in the dark, the quiet, completely out of sight. And if someone came along and dug up that seed before its time, trying to check if it's working, they will kill the very process they were impatient to see. I believe that is what impatience does to us. We dig ourselves up before it's time. We abandon the process because we see the progress. And in doing so, we interrupt the most critical work of our season. There is a verse that I keep coming back to. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap. If we do not give up, I want to focus on two words: due season. Not someone else's season, not the season you planned. Your due season, the one that belongs to you, that has your name on it, that was assigned to your specific journey. Your due season is not cancelled. It is not delayed because you did something wrong. It is simply not yet. And not yet is not never. So here's a practical exercise I want you to do after this video. Write down 3 things that have changed in you, not around you, in the last 6 months. Not results, not external wins, internal shifts, new disciplines, new perspective, new courage. That is the real evidence of growth. And it is more significant than you're giving it credit for. What separates women who make it from women who quit? I want to be very honest with you about something. The women I have watched build extraordinary lives, I mean, truly remarkable legacy level lives. We are not always the most talented women in the room. They were not always the most educated. They did not always start with the most resources or the most connections, but they had one thing that made all the difference. They were consistent in the rooms where nobody was watching. See, the building season is quiet. There are no crowds in the early mornings. Nobody is applauding your discipline at midnight. There are no likes on your private prayers, no comments on your silent sacrifices. And that quiet is where most people quit. Not because they are weak, but because human beings need feedback to keep going. We need signs that what we are doing matters, and when those signs are absent, doubt grows loud. But here is the principle I want you to carry with you. Private discipline creates public results. What you do when no one is watching, the consistency, the commitment, the decision to show up anyway, that is what will determine what happens when the world finally turns to look. So today, I want you to give yourself a challenge, not a complicated one. Pick one, just one thing that you will commit to doing consistently for the next 30 days. No audience required, no validation needed. One thing every day for 30 days and watch what begins to shift. I want to close with this. I don't know exactly where you are right now, but I believe something brought you to this video. And I don't think it was an accident. If you are in between season, the season where you're working but not yet seeing, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not behind, you are becoming. The in between is not punishment, it is preparation. Every woman you admire passed through it. Every story you find inspiring has a quiet chapter in it, a chapter that never made the highlight real. You are in that chapter, and it is not the end of your story. Don't quit in the quiet. Your due season is coming. If this video spoke to you, share with a woman who needs it today. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and leave me a comment. I want to know what is your thing for the next 30 days. I'll see you in the next video.